poor fellas, they don't get it. People are going to know who they are. They're going to destroy everything that you've done. There ain't nothing that's going to stop it. Sickness. Cut away. That's with my feet. I told you that already. Keep bugging out, bro. Go there and finish that. Begging and begging. You know, you're not getting no poo nanny either. You better drink that water. That's all crazy. Well, no, it's not the best one. Sea moss. Today, tomorrow's nothing. Yo, Mikey, what's happening? I invited somebody over here, got a lot of mouth sitting over there with his Down syndrome self. I want to see him pop up so we can help him. It's my magnesium. I got a load for like 2 months, a month, and then I said I'm going to do it shorter than that, but a month. Tomorrow I'm not taking nothing, so. Water doesn't hydrate you either. That's why it's good to put a little lemon, lime, and ginger, cucumber. Even putting some, even chopped spinach. The chlorophyll that comes off of that, it's minerals. I got chlorophyll, so I'll be using a little 15 drops of this. About 8 to 10 ounces, and I'll sip on that with my tea. I got 3 different teas that I'm drinking for the day. It's because tomorrow's absolutely nothing. I don't care what I go through. It's to reset. I had to reach out. My Hindu brother said, "Hey, you getting yourself prepped?" And I was like, "Yeah. What all do I need to do? I want to make sure I'm not doing it wrong." Because I fasted up to 2 weeks before. Well, actually, let me turn this down. Let me pause this. I actually fasted for, what was it, 21 days, and that about killed me, because when I went back, you know, the first thing I did, I ate Navajo tacos, like 5 of them, like I was starving. You know, you are the food you eat, and the food, if there's chemicals in it, that selects your drug. I'm serious. This is well known, and most people don't know this though. This is well known amongst the group of us who know this, that the food that you eat with the beryllium and all that stuff that they're spraying in the air, it keeps the minerals in you at the lower levels. Yeah, I mean, how did beef go from, 80 to 90 once cooked, iron or medium rare, to 40% less over the last 20 years? Like, nobody's paying attention to the stuff they shoot up. It's just like the babies they give in these inoculations. When I grew up, we only had a couple. Now they got like 16s, and then you wonder why all these babies are coming out all messed up. Let me help you out with these. Let me help you out with Trump. All these politicians, they don't care about the family. They want to destroy. They don't care about the children. They detest them. Listen to me. If you take people and you raise them in certain parts of the lands, underground, they go to things that you don't know nothing about. These people become exactly how they've been reared and nurtured, and yet they put on a good show before you because they've been groomed for that. While you sit there in your epiphany, not knowing who you truly are, you grasp everything laid out before you. So we got a young brother whose name is, he called himself Chief, colleague, whatever. And he's having a debate, and he's using terms like white. He must have just got a little information. I've been sharing this information for goodness knows how long. About we found in Europe, talking about, oh yeah, the swarthy Europeans came over here, and dude, you're not no chief. If you're gonna sit there believing that you're doing some Facebook, first of all, I looked at you and your girlfriend, your wife. Not speaking bad, but you both look like you got Down syndrome. You need to know your place, and you need to mind your manners and know who you're talking with. See, that's the problem with a lot of you so-called Z generation. Millennials not too bad, but Z generation, 20 to 40% of y'all are gay and lesbian. gender transitional, whatever. That's because of the food and those shots and everything else that's been messed. And we didn't know half of this was going on. Some of us, because we believe that there's still some mamas. We believe that there were some mommies and daddies out there who meant good, but they've been conditioned because it started with us. It was done to us first. It wasn't done to y'all first. And when they did it to us, we were fortunate enough, but not as fortunate. Our parents, they didn't do it to. And see, this is because they had realized with us, they call us the X generation because, and this is what the dilemma is with them. They know that with us, anything is possible. So in lieu of that, they have to do everything they're doing. These politicians, every last one of them are no good. Every last one of them. There's not one. And they're all sick and perverted. You cannot get into that position and not be. I know everybody's watching people on the Capitol Hill and fit Capitol Hill and the congressional hearings and all this stuff. They're all sick. None of them have good intentions for you. None. So you sit here, you want to sit here like you debating me. I blocked you. I said, let me unblock you because y'all need to go and look at the video. I'm not going to tell you, go down and see it. You'll see who I'm talking about and you'll see the debate. Y'all stop being so lazy. Go back and look at some of them videos again because you didn't get it the first time you watched it. I know what I'm talking about. Even I have to ascertain videos sometimes twice. I have to go back and look and say, wait. And sometimes I might have to go right to the number. I might write it down just to actually get grasp a hold of what's being said. See, I went over to Facebook and I went off over there because I got a lot of people over there that are frauds. You know, I had a couple of sisters over there. I'd love to have them together. But, you know, they all into the Christian ideology and one wife, one husband, all. No. You know what? I just let go of them because I knew that they were full of excrement. Okay? And I'll bite my tongue. Just like the Negroes running around worried about who's a man and who's a woman. That tells me they have an issue. They have a condition. And then when you reach out, converse with them, they hiding like little bitches. Even the water companies, they work with them to poison you. And I know y'all not gonna go calling. Y'all not gonna go calling these water companies like Great Crystal Geyser and all the other ones. Y'all not gonna call them. You're not gonna do nothing. You're not gonna chastise them or anything because you don't know who you are. Put this chlorophyll in here. And I have to do this because I have to have a clean conscience for tomorrow. And I says, let me go ahead and do this because I wasn't going to do it because I didn't want to. I was like, I don't want to say nothing to nobody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Everybody wants to be relevant and sound relevant, but you don't want to actually be relevant to self. And I see that all the time. And who am I? I'm that one. And some of you people actually, you have these people who are meme doctors on Facebook and Instagram. I'm starting to see people do the same thing on Instagram, but I say what I need to say to them. Shut up. Stop that. You was on Facebook doing that, and you're just going to follow me, please. And then they go, and this is what they say. I'm sorry. No, you're not. Because you didn't think before I don't want to see that crap. You know, what you sharing that to me for? Because I laughed 1 or 2 times? Like, take a break. Go easy on yourself. All right? And people have a hard time. Like, people sitting there, somebody, what do you mean by religion? I said, first of all, let's throw a scenario out. Let's say that it's not religion, it's a lifestyle. And let's say that they created religion to subjugate, and then through pain and misery, it was not the whole story as it was on origin. So they created a dynamic to make you believe something with only the illustration of later on after pain and hardship to make you push it away. And I see that with Cali 216 and a few other people. And you would think that with me. I say, no, if you're going to be a Christian or Muslim, live it to the fullest, but don't stop at those books that they've laid out because those books are misdirections. It will cause confliction and confusion because see what they don't say in those books that always tell you that they hide is that everything that you're seeking outside of yourself is actually in yourself. I figured y'all would have figured that out by now. I get puzzle pieces. You want to speak something to existence? That's why they need you to be jacked up. And then together I said, look, y'all too cowardly to realize what I was saying over a year ago. Coming together, we can go out here. I can take you to a certain place and then we could take that place and we could transfer it out, and we can face direction and meditate together. You got to do people doing it with a fake ideology and identity, and they're wondering why it's failing them, because they're caught up in a made up idea, a whole made up narrative that has nothing to do with reality. No, I went over and saw, I liked the person, and I saw damn near 200 people watching the video, and it was just the same old rambunctious blah 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 blah, and I'm like, but I get the condition. I see what it is. And I say to myself, this dystopia is a sickness. It's a disease. And you would think that individual says you need to go and pay attention to my brother as well, or my sister, or whoever, right? No, this is what I'm talking about. When people are being misled. And I have to say what has to be said. And people are being misled by all these individuals, or they're being gathered into a group home, and they're not even that age. There shouldn't be no group home, if you get what I'm saying. And I'm being cautious because I don't want them to fumble, because everybody has to walk a path. So listen to me. And on this path, you need to know that everything in these bibliographies is really yours, but you are misguided. And so some of y'all know, because you're pretty ignorant, you're going to run off. Yeah. New Testament, Old Testament. New Testament is fabricated out of air. The Old Testament, per se Old Testament, they're telling you exactly what it is. It's oral history and traditions. But the thing is, they messed with it. They plagiarized, they added, they took away. And because you haven't been living it, because they destroyed the family, because we go back to the 1920s, and before that, we fought together as one. When a man fell, a woman would pick up if she was there and would destroy so many of them. They needed you to be subjugated, and they knew about the power of time, not just the perception of it. We have forgotten it. You're not allocating the fact that time is running out. Why did I read Buddha to you? Confucius. Why do I read these things? I want you to ascertain the reality of the situation that you're involved in, instead of sitting there like a piece of lump coal, waiting for somebody to crush it, to add lime to make activated charcoal, or take the coal and disperse it in the soil so that we can get carbon in the ground. See, you're not recognizing what you need to do. You're sitting there like a lump of coal instead of the hands that control the narrative of shaping and tilling. The actual individuals that are in control, you're showing that you lack control and responsibility. You're full of irresponsibility. I know some of you are walking, and that's beautiful, because you're walking, you're doing the steps. When there's a majority of you who aren't taking baby steps or nothing, you are capitulated to the satisfaction of your ideology, believing you know exactly everything that's required and needed, and you don't know nothing, because you're just used to, in this lip service. I am expressing phonetically that you have to come out of her. We're talking about the lie, and walk into the truth of her, the bosom. And know what part. Does the seed and the egg not know the part they play? So they have an enemy, has to mitigate changing their dynamics, chaos out of order. What is so hard to conceptualize or to conceive by the perception that I'm giving you? Is it that irrelevant because you have so many perversions walking around in the world that you can only acclimate to that lesser number instead of the greater? Because they blinded you, obscured your eyesight? When I say eyesight, do you think I'm just talking about this? I'm talking the hindrance of all of that around you. I watch people on Facebook meme and say quotes all day. They copy and paste it, and some of them are, because that's their whole who they are. And sadly, that is not what and who they are. They have to feel some kind of need because they're empty. They need some want or whatever. And that's a lot of you. I grounded today. I was out there for about, 45 minutes. meditating under the trees, standing in my spot for about 25 minutes with the sun beating me up, just feeling beautiful, not beating me down, beating me up, not raising me, beating me up, allowing me to sit in the moment. Even though my body's going through some frolicking things that are painful because of all the things I've done to myself over the years. So if you want to go ahead and read the Bible, go and search as much more as possible. This is what I'm reading today. Oh, all of this is not to you. I'm not doing no reading today. I'm reading Susan Sontag, Illness is a Metaphor. I'm back and I move these around. I like keeping them. All right. The Transformation, Discovering Wholeness and Healing After Trauma. Yeah, I was abused as a child, 6 years, beaten to death. And then we have all these other traumas that is all around us. The trauma of looking at people who committed suicide, walking up on their bodies, hanging in a tree, animal abuse, things dead in the street, ran over by vehicles that used to never happen at one time because everybody knew their place. The chemicals weren't messing them up, like the sonograms from ships weren't making wells, and dolphins run up on the shorelines and people running around stupid. Like, why are they doing that? Because they're so stupid on the coastlines. They're not of this land, so you can't relay that to them on a conception of parlor tricks in words. You got to say, hey, look, I'm trying to parlay with you on this level. I'll let you know. And oh no, there's no ships out there. Oh yeah, mom, you get what I'm saying? So Discovering Wholeness and Healing After Trauma this is James S. Gordon. It's an excellent book. And man, look, I've been going retarded up in here. Some of you think that it's all about this and that. No, I don't need you over here to be looking and all. I need you to pay attention and listen and bring more people, because you might not get what somebody else might be able to deliver. And there's people coming over here, sorry ass, because and females and males, they coming over here just to get content. They're not liking, not respecting the channel or the individual or you. And they sicken me. I'm talking about melanated. Now, the secret influence of the moon. Now, this is the alien origins of occult powers. You need to know, I read this because there are good points and bad points in here. Y'all help me buy this book. You know that? No, this is the book I bought on my own. No, you didn't. You didn't, because you're not. I bought this with the purpose of relegating myself to the phenomenons of other ideologies. That's why I bought this. The one that I bought, the one y'all helped me buy, was found in the mother tree. That was like back in the day. And I shared that with y'all. Now, this one right here, Death as a Metaphors, a Metamorphosis of Life, is absolutely an outstanding. This cannot be what I'm reading to you now, because what I'm reading to you now is to know the old world, to perceive and conceptualize the possibility of the earth, and to know that the world they created is not just a lie, but an institutionalization that keeps them covered in their perversions. And the fact that they're sick and you're actually healthy, even with the things they're doing, or otherwise they wouldn't have to do them if that wasn't the case. I need you to look in things, not in retrograde, but in reverse. I need you to back up, know that everything is, listen when I say this, backwards, reverse, upside down, inverted. So what does that mean you have to do? You have to change that direction back to normalcy. So instead of the clock going this way, look, all right, I'm not mirrored. Going this way, as we have learned, it should be counting backwards, down. Not to an end, but an end to this, what we're dealing with. Seriously, it should be counting backwards. Can you even conceptualize how simple that is? It's not great math, people. It's for you to, we used to read this way. They conditioned us to read this way. What is so hard about this? Well, I actually have books in languages that I'm studying, you know what, that read this way. It's to work this hemisphere. This is the right. I'm not mirrored, so it looks like the left. All right. This is the left, the one we over-occupy and overstimulate, and we kind of destroy. That's why when we meditate, we need to focus over here. You focus to bring some of that cloudiness over to this space. So that way you can mitigate two factors. It's not feminine or it's not male and female. This is bullcrap they're teaching you. It's your head, whether you're a woman or a man. So death as a metaphor, as a metamorphosis of life, yes. DME, you know, the DMT5, DM50, whatever it's called, stuff like that, ayahuasca, all that, you know, all the stuff that's out there. Now, using your mind-body network for insight and healing, Awakening Intuition by Mona Lisa Schultz. Yeah, Ashkenaz, whatever, but it's very good, very helpful. So I'm reading these today, and I was like, you know, let me go on, and then Finding the Mother Tree, Discovering the Wisdom of the Forest. That helps you to reconnect. I believe it sets boundaries, and it allows you to coexist, as you should when you were barefoot walking this earth. Right now, I'm wearing on these things are very old, y'all. Why? Because they're cotton. Why do I want to walk around with rubber and synthetics all day? Cotton. Cotton and wool. This is wool. This is the, you know, my monk, you know. So I wear a lot. My 3-button, I wear cotton. Always got wood and copper on me. Copper penny. As a copper penny, I have to hard to find them in every corner of my abode. If y'all see somebody in one of those things talking about something that you know better now, you make the correction. There's no more correlation because you know. The correlation is for that individual to pick it up and realize it. And we have a lot of youngins. They're not unsalvageable, but they're mentally incapable of truth stimuli because there are blocking factors. So you have to mitigate with your energy. And I'm not talking about go up and lay hands and all that other stuff. Not saying that's not part of it. But is the tribe with you? Are you walking as one? Have you truly learned? We're all shamanistic. We're all war. We're all medicinal, not medicine. And we're all righteous. The thing is, we've been too busy living these lies, you know? And people don't know the power of your voice. The thing is, when you're not aware of it and you exact something, when you do it because you feel some kind of way, there's a price to be paid. So therefore, before you start doing that, you must learn who you are and what your purpose is before you start doing these things. When I said, you know, because these bad cops keep running out doing what they're doing, and yet they still dying, and yet they make this lying facsimile is going to make the bad ones seem like they're good ones. No, good ones, like they say, collateral until the good cops straighten out the bad cops and say, no, we're going to stop this perversion. And we need this sergeant and these lieutenants about it here because they're no good. They see enough bad in the street. But when I looked at the numbers and I did the research and I saw how many good police officers were allowing bad police officers to do what they did, I had to curse. I had to do what I had to do. It took a toll. It's a little energy, just a little bit. I'm much stronger now. And the numbers went up. They skyrocketed. And they think this is a game. No, the game is that they're doing something to belong to something they shouldn't belong to, and they don't know what it entails, because on the other side of the fence, there's a reality. So don't come over here playing. And then when things start happening, and you start crying, it's on you. It's not on nobody else. I look for people who really want to elevate. I don't sit there going grand elevations or this, that, and other. I tag them. I offer him to come over. Is he going to come over and open his mouth? Of course not. But I need y'all to be quiet about the Bible and all that. Stop. You don't even know what. Stop. Just learn. Just listen and learn. Do me a favor. Do it, because trust me. All right? Please. Don't sit there to acclimate to make it feels good because of something you think you know when you don't know nothing. Respect me when I'm talking. I respect everybody else, but I know when I'm talking about something, I know what I'm talking about. All right? When I don't know, then I'll let you know I don't know. I got to cut my toenails for tomorrow. I took a cold shower and it was what it is. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want nobody mention nothing about no Bible or nothing. I really don't. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, I used to walk around, and it's not bragging, stomping pastors because they were full of it, and it was all about $1. So please, don't do it. It's not that kind of platform. I don't care about religions. I don't. I care about people when they're going to live something. People that talk, usually when they're talking about something, and I know that they're not part of the circle. I know they only know what they're talking about, so don't do it. With all due respect, I'm being very, 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 very sweet and nice about this right now. Please. And people who've been following me been on the channel, listening to me for a long time, know this about me. So if I have to reiterate it, and every time somebody comes, I'll reiterate it for your protection. All right. Again, religion has been screwed and twisted and played with. All right. And I've listened to enough people talk about it. People who I respect, I follow, and I have adoration for. But even they haven't ascertained it all, and they're starting to. It takes time. You know, when I was in Edinburgh, Scotland, the places I went and all the churches and everything else, and I started realizing what the buildings were because I've studied in Tartaric since 1978, drawing pictures and everything. And I started looking at how the pastors carry themselves, the deacons. I said, and I used to say to myself, even in high school, something ain't right with the balance of power. The words I used was based upon the ignorance of the time and everything else I personified I was being groomed for. Even though I knew who I was, even the fact that I had relatives who says, nah, I just go in here. The church was a cover, a hiding place. So when I was in the military, I used to go and visit. And people say, what are you, James? I says, well, I don't know. They say I'm a Christian, but I ain't. You know, I'm not no Christian. I actually practiced Islam for a little while until I realized even that was, that had been plagiarized. Everything had been plagiarized from one storyline. And it was a way of our life long ago. And then when I started studying, and I started learning about Master Farad and all these other identities he had. And we're talking about the 80s, people, not talking about the 90s, nothing else. And I saw brothers in Patterson and Philly, and everybody was fighting, talking about we got to build and 5%ers. And I was looking at how they beat each other. And I saw the prison and the homosexual mentality and the feminine energy. And I realized that those children that come from those individuals were going to be broken. I was right. Where did I get the intuition to know this? Does it mean everybody know? So like I said, total recall is a real thing. But they know what they're doing out here. So if you're eating sugar and all this flour and all this crap, and they keep poisoning stuff because we ain't doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're not growing stuff. We're not sitting here learning how to cook and be together. We're still holding down a fake household, and because we don't know how to move from it. That's conditioning. People think that I'm begging for something. No, I'm talking to everybody. I'm not talking to the 1 or 2 or 3 particular people. I'm talking to people. I was born in Chicago, so I got this law. Well, break free of it and stop being stupid. Now I was born in New York. And what does that mean? People have the stupidest and worst excuses on this earth. And then you have some people say, well, that's how people was all the time. Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, you got the people that are talking about they from New York this time. Like, our people all migrated from down south. So how can you all be? And some just kept going up north. We had the land, and we all migrated. We all knew each other. But some people's stories aren't what they believe they are. They've compiled everything based on what was recent, not being open and expand their mind because they believe they're actually better than the next person. That's not orthogonous. That's not who we are. I'm not better than nobody. Nobody's better than me. But some people believe that they're ahead, a league ahead of people, but they stop their research because they're satisfied with the information and what they have compared to everybody else. And that's a sad position, a sad statement. Just like religions. When you tell people that their religion's older than that, and they say, well, where do they come from? Well, the thing is, they really want religions. That somebody coined that phrase. I says, well, why is it that people have a hard time moving on from things? Because they're stuck in this position that has nothing to do with reality or the truth. And when you broach upon it, instead of opening their minds, I'm not telling you not to recognize a God. I am telling you to recognize the God in you. Do you think the creator of all things would put you here and make you unable, incapable to deal with the vile around you in the positions that they asserted themselves that you really didn't put them in? Who else is talking like this, man? Tell me who else. This is not ego. Who else is talking like this? I want you to see and recognize how sick the world is. That's what I'm saying. I got to clip them toenails, y'all. Get the cuticles right. No, I'm doing them right here. I just got out the shower not that long ago. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is going. Oh, yeah. And I get that black seed oil on these toenails. And oh, my goodness. Yes, sir. And when you get my age, man, you got to do this kind of stuff right here, bro. Be nice to have a sister, a couple of sisters taking care of that, but massage their damn feet and backs, but you know how it is. The ones around here just ain't, Well, there's some women, but not for me. Anywho, like I was stating, okay, let's put this back in there. This was too small. People don't want to have the truth. People want to have debates and arguments. You know, they want to be fictional in their existence. And then people want to be disrespectful because they don't know no better. The problem is, oh, this is the other one. You know the one I just got? I'm reading that. Actually, I just put that down. I'm reading all those books. I'm gonna get off of here I'm not gonna stay on here too long. But I just wanted to entertain y'all. No, I'm not reading today. So that's the reason why I got these books. And there's some more downstairs. But these are the ones I said I'm going to sit up here and read today. The Science of the Sacred Secretion, the Chemical, Psychological, and Astronomical Explanation of Eternal Alchemy. I said, when I got this, I knew it was, I said, it came at the right time. And yeah, I was just chapping through there. Some highlights in there. It's new, but biorhythms, the cycle of life. Look, man. Evolution, a history of magic. Look, somebody said, do you believe in dinosaurs? No, I believe in dragons. I really fell in a dragon. Why'd they take it out the Bible? Listen to me. I've seen so much to prove that dragons existed and may be in existence again. I don't know how or why. And it would just mobilize people. I says, man, if you could only see the real world compared to the lie of the world they made. I said, every dinosaur bone they've got is man-made. Every one of them. Every one of them. I said, what about the sites in the? I said, go up to them and check them for yourself. Like you can't go because they got them roped off in certain places, right? Look, you can't make this up. It's all controlled, organized chaos. It's to keep you dumb. So when things are unleashed of old, you don't know what to do. So you become something to satiate the palate and the plate of that which is hungry for you. They don't have to worry about them being snatched off the streets and brought to them and fed to them or grown. No, now they can walk the earth again. You don't know the first thing about how to do a deal or fight back or anything. Because you have a system of lies and perversions all around you. You've allowed yourself to be subjugated. So where in the Bible is it going to tell you how to deal with that and fight back? It doesn't, because it's miswrote and misquoted and things are removed. So you must listen to those of us who can tell you something. Believe what you want. You know what I mean? Believe what you want. I'm a person that has more hope than most. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. I see certain individuals who actually go out and they ground themselves. They hug trees. They're talking to themselves and they're realizing, okay, something is changing. They're taking cold showers. I know some of y'all too chicken poop to take a cold bath or a cold shower and realize the benefits of it because it's so cold, so wimpy. Okay? But you get in that shower, you let it be warm. Don't let it get hot. And then you turn it to cold and stand out of it. Do the hoo dance or whatever. Let everybody laugh and you'll see the difference. All right? Yeah, I'm clipping my nails, y'all. I got a vacuum anyway. This one with the kitty litter trails running all over the place. All right? Gotta keep them groomed, man. And this is the day to do it. You feel me? And my toenails, man. I don't have old man toenails yet. Thank goodness. But I get my calcium. So I got to make my smoothie today. And I'm going to throw one whole egg, the shell and all in it. Let me pick the toenails up, y'all. One thing I can't do with my toenails is walk on them like it's all right.
And there's only 4 of them down here. There we go.
Yep. There we go. Nah, that feels good. Oh, that feels so much better. Oh, child. Oh, child. Oh, my goodness. Oh, y'all just don't know about that right there. These are good. These are really good. Funny, my left seems to grow faster than my right. Is it? Or is it gonna? Oh, I filed this one. The other one I didn't file because I cut it so close. That's what it was. And, when you file, it's a little different thing. So, anywho, to stay off the religion tip now, that's spoken upon. We need to allow ourselves, and I say we, it's like an I. It's not just me and you. It's not just I'm by myself and you. No, we need to stop thinking that. I didn't see that growing up. I went through something because the sickness that was coming from wherever it was coming from. But we lived. We survived. We struggled. The pain and hardship became inward when I came into this world. But I didn't go out there and start beating up on youngins and babies and all this other stuff and get caught up in the perversion and this, that, and all that and abusing women and all that. No. It wasn't about no fear because I had men and women around me who nurtured me and I was able to appreciate and respect what they was allowing me to see. And then my travels. And because of what I said, gave me a window to climb in and out of. And before you know it, I was able to walk in the front door and out the front door instead of chiming around hoping there was a back door or side door to the building. So I'm sharing it. A lot of people sit there and go, you never know what you had until it's gone. What y'all going to wait until I'm gone? I'm not speaking that energy, but the reality of the situation is not perplexed. And some of you have a hard time accepting the reality because you haven't even tapped into who you really are, but yet you think you know who you are. That's the funny thing. And I say that with authority. Somebody prove me wrong. I got a little youngin' who don't know his head from his butt, talking like he's reckless. And I'm sitting there explaining to him, stop with the white, the black, the tawny. You're getting a few words. You don't know the first thing of what you're talking about. And I made a post. You could see it. None of y'all even saying nothing. What is wrong with y'all? Well, all this time I've been reading and speaking about certain things, and I tell you to go back. Don't worry about the swearing and stuff. And be the force to be reckoned with. Become part of the commodity. I'll keep that thought to myself. Because it's not a thought I have to worry about. Be at your own demise. I want to see people make the best of a situation that's pretty bad. I want to see people utilize the things around. It's like my Hindu brother, the one that was like, yo, Red, tomorrow's the day when you put the blankets and stuff up in the windows, don't go in the sun. Everything you do centered around where you live at, in the center, if you best you can, meditate. Don't be doing too much yoga because you can cramp, and remember when you come out the next day, what you have to do I was like, Roger that. I have my lion's mane and chaga root and all that and mushroom stuff. I have that and my sea moss. It's the minerals. My coconut water. Now the day I come out, I'll have to go pick up 2 things of coconut water and re-ascertain and re-situate and reorient myself to do it again the following month, even though this is for the birth date, the head, the upside down, everything, the inversion, and allow myself to feel and go through whatever it is I'm supposed to. It's a hefty, harrowing walk, but it is important. And I shouldn't really be talking about a whole lot of it here. It's not that you can't find other people that may have discussed this. I don't know. I've never seen nobody. You may be able to find somebody. Maybe. I don't know. But anyhow, There are walks you have to take in this world that are not the walks that are being taken. And there's sometimes there's a hefty price to pay. Depends on what you've done and how you've done it. And when you come across an individual who knows that speaking a certain thing is bigger than what has been spoken, and y'all don't know the power of the word, because they are conflicting and confusing you, they've been grooming you to listen to lies and accept the lies. Cotton, y'all. This is cotton. All cotton. This is so old, y'all. These right here are so friggin' old. These ones right here. From Newark, New Jersey. Washington. Old one-armed Chinese man. Anybody know what I'm talking about from over that town? You know exactly where I got these from. Long time ago. My feet have not changed size. And I got, every time I went there, like visit family, whatever, up there up north family, I would always go down there. I got brown, I got all kind of, I love them. This is my lounge stuff. This is, anywho, I'm distracting myself because I'm attempting to keep myself from saying certain things on here. Yeah. Either you want to follow in your truth, or you want to be dismissive and argumentative without ascertaining anything, not getting anywhere, not moving ahead to nowhere. You see how the people come in and they think it's going, no, content creator. Yeah. My thing is changing the whole dynamic of that. People want to sit here and they want to have everything. I have friends, right? They have the little thing and they got the little thing sitting there and they're looking at you, but they're not looking at you. They have it situated where it looks like they're looking at you, but they're looking at the thing, reading all their notes. I'll pull it up and read it right in front of you. These are the notes because I got, tons. And I'll just, because you have to be organic with things. You have to be natural. And everything is so superficial for status or be qualified or, I want to be better than, I don't want to be better than nobody. I don't want to be less than. I know that we're not the same, and I explain that. And if you have a hard time accepting that, then go back and look at it again. Maybe you need to watch it 2 or 3 times. I don't know. When I make a statement or a proclamation about something, it is, and it stands as it is. All right, well, I'll check that out. Got it from Tankers, my brother. Original Lone Wolf, y'all. Another notification. It must be coming kind of late. It's a different time on it. Okay. You would think that it's worry, right? No, because I know there are those who know and there are those who are getting it. But I'm troubled because I would like to see everybody get it. I really would like to see everybody literally get it. I really, really would. And that's my inferiority complex. You would sit there and say, that's not inferiority. Well, because I know that it's not going to happen. And yet I keep pushing because I want it to happen. So that's a want, not a need. Needs are more important than a want. Because needs get exacted upon. Wants based on a feeling, an elusive feeling. But the heart of me, that righteous part of me, want everybody to get it. The reality and the truth of that, based upon a real truth of need and other than desire, is the majority won't. That's disturbing to me. I always said, I might not be the one for you. Might be able somebody out there that can deliver it. But what I've been noticing, there's not really nobody delivering on anything worth anything. There's people telling a story and helping you to get to a certain place. But when it gets to that point where you have to walk beyond that, everybody's going in layman's terms with the same BS that's out there without explaining or reciprocating. There's a few. But if you haven't come across them, if you come across them, tell me who. And I'll go and watch and see them. You need to know that everything laid out in front of you is a construct. There's nothing new about it, but it's a construct, not as it was supposed to be. Again, not one of these politicians are any fucking good. Every time I see people go, who you? I said, look, man, I told them back in the day, you're gonna vote for your slow death or you're gonna vote for your fast death. Everybody jumped on the slow death like a month. I mean, the fast death like a month. I was like, how can people be that damn stupid? But I said, and then after like 5 months, the Biden that you saw, I didn't see that mug no more. I saw this weird small mouth Lucky Charms looking mothers, and I was like, how can nobody see this? And now the first thing I did was looking at his earlobes and his nose and his mouth and how it moved, and I was like, that is not Joe Biden. Excuse me. Oh yeah, by that time Joe Biden and all these other goofies started coming out. I'm bisexual. They weird selves. They always been nasty. You dig what I'm saying? And the world like nasty. They like sickness. They like disease. They like mental inapathy. They love, this is what a lot of y'all love this crap too. As much that you can be a healing factor for myself and yourself and others around you, you still choose to hold on to stuff that is not healing at all. I share some serious stuff, then I share some funny stuff because I know the line not to cross when it comes to humor. Some people's humor is obscured because they're not really humorous. Their place in the world is not as a jester or a clown or to tell jokes. So they're obscured in some form, and some of you are like that. I know how I am, but some of you don't know how you are. So I got to sit here and say that some of you are. So you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, well, I need to clean that up. That's me. But a lot of people won't feel like they don't have to clean something up. This is what I accomplished. This is what I like your accomplishment means a goddamn thing to these bastards walking around this earth in their perversion and wanting you to sink lower in your inaptitude and never rise to who you're supposed to really be. So you think you know it all? You've accomplished some stuff, huh? So how's the world working out for you? Seeing how you accomplished everything and you're so perfect. I ain't accomplished nothing because I'm still talking to y'all. I'm still attempting to reach a lot of y'all, get the masses to get their head out their asses. And that's why I always have to remind myself, and y'all think I'm just saying it to be Willie Lump here to you. I always say I have to remind myself I'm not here for the masses, I'm here for the few. To bring myself back down to earth. I have to speak about the people out there because some of you can go out and say, y'all need to get it together. I don't have all the answers, but I have a brother you might be able to help you or assist you in a certain, or some of you might be able to say something that can generate a change in someone else. As long as you're walking on your path, not all out here with everybody else, stepping on each other's foots instead of walking side by side in a good stride. Anyway, I think I said enough. I'm going to get off of here. You still donate, you know me. Books, that's my thing. People said that thank you for those who are commenting in my Gmail talking about, yeah, use a book addict. You're damn right. Yes. And the thing is, I know what books to get. Just buying any old book, that makes absolutely no sense. Anywho, appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to an old man rabble his mouth. Ain't nothing old about me. And ramble on. And I was going to read. I still might come on a little later and say, hey, look, I'm gonna read because tonight. Now he made a correction. He told me that listen to this is crazy, y'all. Look, and maybe this will help me go to sleep like last night because the TV's unplugged. Everything is anyway. He said at 8 o'clock you need to be down and you need to be wherever you're gonna sleep at and lay down whether you go to sleep or not and allow yourself to dream. So last night I did it. I laid down. I couldn't dream. I said it wasn't the right time. It's tonight. So he was he let me know. He had to walk me through it because, you know, I've been doing it for so long. I didn't have the salt solids. I didn't have the magnesiums, the 3 different types of magnesiums. I didn't have the K2 for the vitamin D3, because on that day, I want to load up on the day before and after, because that day I take nothing. No water, no sustenance, no food, dry, lips chapping, whatever, nothing. 24 hours standing on my head, doing whatever. But I have that green plant-based, ocean-based salt that I can just take a little bit to help with blood pressure and staving off a little bit of a cramping. That's it. That's why I've got to take 3 of those today. Mix a assorted. It's a different 3 of them. They'll probably have me in the bathroom pooping, which is good. I weighed at 208 this morning. Before I had to excuse myself. I didn't weigh myself after. And then the day after, you see what I'm saying? So tomorrow, it's really nothing. Walk into nothing. Allow myself to physically die. Physically, but metaphorically. That's all I can say to that. Shout y'all out and get up off here. Oh, what's going on? Good day, brother. Hey, Michael Hill. All my beloveds. Alpha Harden. Hey, Snoo. What's up, baby girl? Scott, what's going on, brother? Lamont Jr., what's happening? What's happening? Son, yes, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, the Bible and the body are 2 different things, brother. What's inside is on the outside. I ain't talking about your intestines are wrapped around your head. What I'm saying is the source. Remember the other day I was saying about the source, who we are? Is not just in the 31, 32 ounces. It's all around. It makes up our whole total construction. The source is in the ends of the hair that they say the hair is dead, but the follicle lies. Every bit of us, our nails, when we cut it, though we don't feel it, that's a numbness. There's a feeling there. We just haven't tapped into it. Even the pituitary gland, as it operates, and the calcification that has happened, we have to regenerate, just like the liver and everything else. Isn't it funny that people who have hepatitis 2 and all that, with the livers jacked up and jaundice, they can't drink water? They never were supposed to be drinking water. There's no minerals. And what does the hospital do? They give them what kind of medicine that keeps them messed up so the liver won't regenerate? When the liver can regenerate, even in the most worst of things, but they shouldn't be drinking those sugars. They shouldn't be eating no breads and raw flour, the nasty flours and stuff. They should be eating raw fruits and raw vegetables. Yes, fruit becomes sugar, but it's totally different from the sugar that we see. That's the thing that's perverted us and messed us up. And they got how many now? Tapioca, Xanax gum, they got sativas, they got all these things. That's after the fact. Instead of the fact that, how about we don't need nothing sweet? We need the bitters. How about getting some sour soap in that boy and some sea moss? Letting the minerals that hydrate you, because water doesn't hydrate you. It's the minerals that satiate you. Tell me I'm wrong. Somebody show me I'm wrong. So the Bible has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that it's a testament. It's this old story that we have long lost that has been perverted by these fake Ashkenazi son of a bitches. And they've lied to even their own to have a certain place. You look at Charles Schwab and all these bastards. They're all one and the same. But there's somebody over them and over them. When are we going to start worrying about being in competition with each other and start listening to those of us who know what we're talking about, so that way we can ascertain other better remedies and be the solution? Because we are our own solution. Bible's nothing but a shit stick. Hey, Charles, what's going on? All right, brother. Are you mentally all right, Charles? I love you. I respect you. Okay, right. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. I just scrolled down. I appreciate you, brother. Peace, my beloved king. All right, and my queen's in here. Rubber block. It's the Rubber Blocks Connection. You got that right, brother. Hey, chat to high. How's it going out there on the road, brother? Alicia and Cooper, what's going on, honey? What's going on, sister? Yeah. I just made you a moderator there, brother. All right, because I like how you move. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all. I like to have people who I can believe is going to do the right thing. Okay. No, do the research. Don't just agree with me. Do the research. I appreciate it. I want everybody to research. Whenever I talk about something, research and see what you find, and then bring it back. Look what I found. Sue, Frog Snoo, she always finds something, and I love it because when I see her sharing something, I see her walking it. I said they're going, okay, it's not on my foundation, but she's applying something and she's seeing what's coming from it. So it's proof in itself. You dig what I'm saying? So don't take my word for everything. Listen to what I'm saying, because I need people to listen. But at the same time, I want you to take that information and go and research it and then come back. It worked for me. I don't know. I found something else, Red. I have a Gmail that I check. Okay. No. I saw it, brother. I thought you did that because I love what you say. Oh, no, you're fine. Everybody in here, I believe, is mentally sharp. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Take a little antagonism. All right. That shows you a little emotional, bro. All right. I'm built like that. Be careful how you respond to things, because I jump on it like a cowboy on a horse, and everybody knows this that knows me. And I ride them too. My boy Big Al out of Texas broke some of the biggest Broncos, man. Just don't get it twisted. All right. So yeah, you say you sharp. I can prove everybody's not as sharp as they think up in here. So don't get braggadocious. But I like that. I like that affirmity. I like that though. I respect that. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get up off of here. I love you all. I respect you all. And just keep walking. And I see the young brother didn't come on. I know he see the tag. Not everybody's slaving. All right. And so I made a couple comments to him to draw him out and see how he responds to it. Young cat. Y'all see it. You go and check it. You can speak to the brother. That's how we're supposed to be. This is what I'm talking about. We're supposed to come together. You ain't got to berate and beat nobody up, but you come together and say, my man, you all right, youngin? And he's got a YouTube channel. He's got 45. I want to get his numbers up, but he needs to learn how to talk. And everybody need to have the correlation of respect with the young brother to speak with him. I would expect him to come on here and have this conversation, because I'd have brought him in. I'd have been like, yo, okay, because you can on my lives, you can go ahead and you can actually come on in, and I can make you part of the, you know what I'm saying? I believe if it's still like that. Maybe it's not like that no more. Anyway. But I know Instagram I can do it. But anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to an old raccoon like me. Old wolf and the raccoon, father's side of the family, the Chickasaw was part of the raccoon tribe. So yeah. Like I said, I know my family's genealogy going way back. Well, it's not really a raccoon tribe. It's immolation. I will talk about that another time. That's a whole different thing, because a lot of people say, I'm from the Wolf Clan. I'm like, I'm a bull BS. What's your last name? Because see, they don't know that some of us have done research beyond the scope of what most people do, genealogical wise, that we know that those of us who move together as a charter compared to and what our jobs were, ascertained. And we didn't have the word job or work. That's what was taken care of and how it was managed and what was built and the structures that my family worked with. So whenever it came time for to go out and do the ceremonials, we built the longhouses, the wigwams, and such. You know what I'm saying? When we go out and build the longhouses and the wigwams, that was ceremonial. Whether it was be sweat lodges, this, that, and the other, regardless of what it was, we made sure that when it was time to return back to the cities, and that's why I said people have a hard time realizing that I've been knowing this for a long time, that it was, those things were taken down. We didn't leave them up. We go and build them, take them down, and go back to our regular lives. Isn't that funny that when most of the people started coming here, we were showing them how to bathe and clean and how to dress, because they was funky. They was nasty. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, let me get off of here. I appreciate everybody coming in. Beloved sisters, my brothers, you know it's always 2 on the 1. And I love and respect. I just would like to see more people get it together and stop looking at all the things that keep them stuck in the world of, you know, I've said the word stupidity long enough. There's other words out there, and dumbitude. Anyway, it's just being so drawn to the light like flies at night. You know what I mean? Because sometimes the light ain't all that good. You know, it goes zip and zap. And a lot of people are getting zipped and zapped, and they need to live. All right? So, get with y'all a little later. I might come back and read a little bit of Iron Republic. We'll see. All right? So, I got to drink my chlorophyll. I don't think I like drinking it, because it doesn't taste all that good, man. Man, it don't. Make my lips feel funny and everything. Oh no, this is good. This is 100% organic vegan. This is the way, if I was gonna make it, I'd make it just like this with distilled water, the glycerin and everything like that, and the peppermint oil. Besides the fact that it has copper, 2 milligrams of copper and everything. And see, that's what it is. When you're dehydrated, not enough minerals, your lips are the first thing that usually fill it, besides your eyes. Oh, you didn't know that? Pay attention. But anywho, let me take a little squeak. I think after yesterday's little, my stomach's still a little sour. Love you guys. And we'll see you later, all right? I'll come back and read still. I will. Appreciate you all.